application in cyber security. So today the session we are going to start where Sekhar sir will be taking a session. Let me introduce the profile of the Sekhar sir. He has done his postgraduate in ML and AI from NIT Warangal in 2021 and masters in a computer application from Andhra University Visakhapatnam from 1993 to 96. And Mr. Sekhar Garu is expertise in Java, Python, AWS, Spark, DevOps and various platform engineering development programs. He has a working experience with Apple on the various development migrations and transformation programs in enterprise, big data and cloud platform. At present, he is working with Tech Mahindra as a principal technical architect. He has a different technical skills in a big data, cloud, DevOps, ML and NLP. So thank you so much, sir. And now I would like to hand over the session to Sekhar, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Sekhar. As I told, I am working with Tech Mahindra as a principal technology architect. So, from recently joined Tech Mahindra in April. So, I was with Wipro 13 years Wipro. Now focusing on building RPA systems right now, remote process automation using chatbots. So, like today's my session is on AI and applications for cyber security. So, yeah, this is a security 360 view. So, here security we have advanced threat protection and risk governance and mobile security, application security and network security and data security, infrastructure security and system security. This is a 360-degree view of the security platform. So, each and every part is important actually. So, we need to take care of all these elements of this security as a platform. So, I am focusing on this top 5 use cases for AI in cyber security. One is network threat analysis, malware detection and manual identification of denial of service attacks, AI based threat migration, phishing detection and anomaly detection from log files. So, network threat analysis is something we will be detecting the threats which are coming incoming. Threat analysis is cyber strategy we have a certain set of defined protocols. So, we need to study the various threats which are coming into the organization, and we need to analyze the threats. This can be various threats which is unauthorized access, unauthorized denial of service and theft and corruption and virus, worms and physical damage also can cause security violation. So, I have been experienced with DOS attacks. So, what happened was our site was attacked by a hacker from China. So, he took did DOS denial of service attacks on the website, and the customer got $3,000 bill in AWS. So, AWS cloud. So, I did a detailed analysis of a log file and identified the issue is because of the vulnerability caused by some Java package, which is struts package, which is the old version. After updating to the new version, the threat got solved. So, he took the total control of the application. He has kept his own application, and it happened in AWS as well as Azure also. So, after resolving the issue, finally that got resolved. Any questions here?
Yeah, proceed.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, malware detection, the use case is to read from my Windows executable file and whether it try to find out whether it is legitimate or not. So we'll extract the data from the Windows portable executable file. I have made use of a library called portable executable from Python, which will give the information related to the portable file, what is its size, what are the remote execution capabilities and the other details. So we will prepare after extracting the data, we will prepare a random forest classification model. With this I have got a 98% accuracy. With when we extract the data from the TXT and put this model, we will get this total accuracy. So this is one use case with malware detection. Also there will be some possibility of virus embedding in the Word documents also. People can insert some macros in Word document and they can send it, and the macros which are there in the Word documents can be spread to all the Word documents. They will modify the DOT file. In the DOT file, if they add it will be modified in that one also. That can be taken care. That can also be taken care. So, as I mentioned, denial of service attacks is they will continuously hit the website and see whether any ports are open. Only vulnerable ports are open. So vulnerable ports means you should not expose a database port, which is suppose if you are using MySQL server or SQL server, any other application database server, you should not the database port should not be exposed to outside world. So it will be a luxury for hackers to hack the total through the port, and then they can gain access to the application. So suppose if you expose that 3306 to your application, 3306 is the port of MySQL. So if you expose it to the outside world, there are a lot of vulnerabilities related to it, and people can easily access the port and then gain access to the system. So that is that will internally cause the denial of service attacks. So AWS has come up with DOSS Shield, so which can protect your application from DOS denial of service attacks. So this is the link which is I am mentioning about. So once you keep the shield, AWS will take care of the denial of service attacks, and it will not allow outside world to take control of your application. So I also experimented with this data set. So XGBoost algorithm I have used and got accuracy of 89%. The data set which is called from DOS attacks is obtained from Canadian Institute of Cyber Security. The data set is size of 8 GB it considered various LDAP protocols, and then UDP and CCP IP, all these protocols they have collected, and I have extracted some more data from this I did a feature extraction, and then after getting feature extraction I got a accuracy of 89%. So this graph shows the data breach analysis of the years between 2004 to 2021. this shows that maximum sites are hacked. So you can see this, all the sites are being hacked. Rather than these are how the site can be hacked, it will show. So like where are the sites that can be hacked? That the graph is showing that. So like I'll be focusing on password protection. So this is the data breach protection by sector. So suppose we need to, security is the most important aspects in today's world. So like by providing massive security, you can save millions of billions of dollars. So that is the one. So like password strength. So suppose we all use passwords for various applications. So like for bank password will be using net banking, we'll be using passwords, and we'll be using passwords for our logging into our internal systems at office and all. So like here like we have a library called password policy. So like we can give given this library, we can detect whether this policy is passing this test or not. So like the password is not strong enough. This is the password we have set, because since we are using consecutive letters ABCD, this password is not strong enough, and this can be easily hacked. So how to set a strong password? So like suppose if you the policy, suppose if your policy test is returning blank, then we can say this policy is your password is strong. So but even still you can hackers can use brute force methods to hack the password. They'll write lot of programs. They can use also machine learning to identify the brute force around the passwords, and then finally identify this is the password they can come up with. Also like this we can define a policy from entropy bits also, but this returns blank, but when you see the strength of this password, so the password strength is very low. The password should not be captured through brute force method. Like whatever the password we set, should not be accessed through brute force method. And next slides will show machine learning algorithm to what can be breached or not, to avoid passwords hacking. So like data set I have prepared, couldn't get the data set with this. So like they have mentioned this complexity and breach, they have mentioned, but this is the complexity and breached or not. Based upon this, we will identify whether the password can be hacked or not. Given an input to this password, they can identify the password is breached or not. I will make a GitHub URL. I can share it with everyone, like on this more. I need to work further more on this, but the complexity, like what is the if they are given a password, it can say it is a breach, can be breached or not. So this is the one. This is the one application which is causing. So like most important thing of password is like you should not rely on passwords. You should identify two-factor authentication also to identify the passwords. Two-factor authentication make your account stronger than single password. So as said about phishing in the morning. So phishing can be anything, like it can be like upon clicking on a link, your entire your total information can be hacked out of this, and then people can gain access to your system. Like that's what happened with Uber also. Some employee received a phishing email, and he unexpectedly clicked on that link, and total disruption. Lot of customer records are went into the hackers' hands. So we should be careful when clicking on the links, unknown links. So like that can happen. We should not be opening the links which are there. Like we can do a spam detection as well. If it is a spam, we can detect it as a spam. So like I have done, I have collected some data from fish tank. So in this one, I have derived the features from this, and each of the features I explained in the next slide. So like for these websites, I have identified the URL length, and then these things. So like domain of the URL, like www, this will not be considered in the model training, but just for our information. Like if the URL is having IP address, like having an IP address to the URL means that this is having some maybe it is a legitimate URL. So like if it is not having an IPS, that is a suspect. So like that. So like at the rate symbol in the URL. So at the rate symbol is a sign of having that is a malicious URL, we can say. So like length of the URL, like long URLs, if it is length is greater than 54, then there is a long URL, and that is a highly suspect that is a malicious URL. Depth of the URLs, like if you say 2 slashes, then it will be a that will be URL is malicious. So what happened when I did that website, like that one, what happened was, like he was after this he inserted some Java code in the URL, and the Java code got executed without the remote execution. Like that is a remote execution vulnerability which caused that issue, and this struts allows that remote execution vulnerability. Like if you give anything after slash, it will execute. Like next versions of struts, you are stripping that Java code, whatever you gave that at the end, that is stripping. So that is the depth of the URL I am measuring. So like redirection in URL, identify if it is a HTTPS or HTTP value, which is a binary value. Check if it is a tiny URL. Tiny URL is important because if you give a tiny URL, that can be expanded to a bigger URL. That can be a 100 character length URL. That can cause a major issue also. So tiny URL looks simple, like it is. Like if you share a YouTube URL to someone, if you YouTube link, that will be shortened. It will come as youtube.be, and that will be sent to the other person. So when you click on that link, that will be URL will be expanded with the full URL. That is called tiny URL, and the underscore hyphen prefix also, that's also there, and we'll get the DNS record, and what is the website traffic coming to the site. Like we will identify the reach and rank of the website. So like there are many more. So this is how I have did a feature extraction. So like like we will have a classification model whether it is a phishing website or not. So like I ran different decision tree classifier, random forest, and then XGBoost. XGBoost is performing better. So like he is giving higher accuracy. So that's all I have.
Thank you so much, sir. That was a wonderful presentation where you have covered about the security opportunities and focused on top 5 use cases for the AI cyber security. Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. Sekhar, sir, and Dr. Rajshekar, sir to felicitate Shri Rajshekar, sir.